Hi, I'm Heidi Fishman, and I wrote TUTTI'S Promise, a novel based on a family's true story of courage and hope during the Holocaust. Today I want to talk to you about Tutti. She is the main character in TUTTI'S Promise, and when you read the book, you'll meet her whole family, including this very, very special doll.
Tell us about your character.
I know Tutti very well because Tutti is my mom. This book is about what her life was like as a young Jewish girl during the Holocaust, when she lived in Amsterdam and was sent to 2 concentration camps. In TUTTI'S Promise, you'll learn about the ways that the Nazis discriminated against the Jews and what they did to make their lives terrible. My mother's family was often in danger, and you'll see how that made Tutti grow up very quickly. As a child, Tutti had to be very mature for her age because her parents gave her a tremendous amount of responsibility. She learned that she had to do what she was told because lives depended on her. And even though sometimes she was scared or sad or didn't always understand, she was able to rise to each occasion. What I love about Tutti, beside the fact that she's my mom, is that even though she went through these really difficult times, her experiences did not make her a bitter person. When I started writing TUTTI'S Promise, I talked to my mom a lot. I asked her all sorts of questions about what her life was like during the war, and I pushed her to dig deep to remember things. To write the dialogue, I had to pretend that I was in Europe facing the same problems that Tutti did. I asked myself, what would I say to my brother if this happened? Or how would I feel if that happened?
What made you want to become a creator of books?
I want to tell you something about my becoming an author. When I was young, I didn't like reading very much. I actually avoided it quite a bit in elementary school. It was really hard for me. And later, when I was in high school and college, I often stayed away from classes that had a lot of writing assignments. You see, I didn't think I was particularly good at writing, whereas math and science were my strong suits. It wasn't until I was an adult and I felt I had to write my mother's story that I decided to push myself to learn to write. So even though I had already graduated from college, I went back to school and took writing courses. TUTTI'S Promise was that important to me. I decided to write this book one day when my mother was talking to my daughter's class at school. The students were extremely interested in everything Tutti told them and asked many questions. I think this book is important because it teaches us why we have to get along with others, even though they may be different in some way. What would you do if a friend of yours started to say mean things about people of a different race or religion? It's very hard to stand up to prejudice. It can be scary to tell a friend that what they are saying is mean. You might be afraid that they won't be your friend anymore. Nevertheless, it's important to do the right thing. You have to say something. You can tell your friend that the people they insulted or hurt are really just like you. They might look or sound different or have different customs, but they are still human beings with feelings, and they deserve respect and consideration. People have many more things in common with one another than they have differences. But before you can notice the similarities, you have to get beyond those differences. And later, you'll really come to appreciate them. For instance, most people love their families and want to feel safe. And most people value education, and they love sharing experiences with friends. And most people, just like you, simply want to connect with others and be happy.